Hey everybody, Quentin Quarantino here. Normally I would have chair rolled in, but my chair is actually falling apart, and I really can't afford to go out and get a new one during this plague. Hope you're all washing your hands, not touching your face, and staying at least 6 feet away from those that love you. That last part's never really been a problem for me. You get it? Because I'm massively unloved. Seriously though, it's a weird ass time, and it's a very stressful time for many of us right now. Some of us have lost our jobs, some of us have compromised immune systems and are worried about what the future holds. It really just kind of feels like everybody's got a restraining order against everybody else. Everything is just off in general. But if you would stop thinking about yourself for once, you selfish bitch, you'd realize that the true victims of are the celebrities. Sam Smith shares emotional snaps of quarantine meltdown at $15 million home. Yeah, even they're not buying it. They put the fucking quarantine meltdown in quotation marks. Oh, come on, dude. These are photos that signify a meltdown to you? Are you telling me that Britney Spears is the best we're ever gonna get as far as public meltdowns are concerned? Let me just fix that for you. Yeah, there we go. Now the quotation marks are in the right place. But I'm not gonna lie, I think if we really tried, we could squeeze a lot of emotional content out of these photographs. So, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna try. I'm gonna take a crack at this. In the halls of my mansion, I am sad somehow, 'cause my eyes wide shut, parties won't be happening now. Yeah, no, cut it. Still not emotional. Completely unsalvageable, actually. Sam Smith thinks their house is haunted after spotting flickering light. Just realized my light was flickering the whole way through that singing video. I swear that's a ghost. I always hear a ghost on those stairs. Alright, listen here. I'm not gonna pass judgment on anybody. I know I've gone completely insane during this quarantine as well.
Oh my god. This is some of the stupidest shit I've ever seen in my life.
No doubt about it. You see, me, I'm worried about the fact that something as mundane as my electric bill could potentially be a Trojan horse that a foreign contagion will use to strike me dead in the coming weeks. But popular singer-songwriter Sam Smith, he's concerned about the more rational thing to be concerned about. Ghosts. But fret not, don't worry guys, because 80s pop icon Madonna is here to give a rousing speech about how the coronavirus actually brings us all onto an equal playing field, and how we're actually more alike than different now than ever before. While sitting naked in a bathtub full of flower petals and what I can only assume to be vanilla Ensure.
That's the thing about COVID-19. It doesn't care about how rich you are, how famous you are.
Yeah, no shit. What you're describing is a virus. Pretty sure the flu also affects people regardless of level of fame. Well, you think the flu's just gonna be floating around in the air and it's gonna be like, oh my god, that's Drew Carey from Whose Line Is It Anyways? It's gonna be embarrassing if I approach him like this. I'll wait for a more appropriate time. It's a fucking virus. The only thing it cares about is whether or not you're vaccinated.
It doesn't care about how funny you are.
I just don't understand how I got it. I'm so funny. What do you call a dog that knows magic? A labracadabrador. You're telling me that's not gonna protect me from a foreign contagion? By Jove.
It's the great equalizer. And what's terrible about it is what's great about it. What's terrible about it is it's made us all equal in many ways.
Yeah, yeah, not really though, not really at all. When you can afford to stay home for the rest of your life and still be like filthy rich, you're not really put on a level playing field with people who maybe can't afford treatment or can't afford to not worry about whether or not they'll be evicted or whether or not they're going to be able to eat in the coming weeks. It's not really the great equalizer. A bullet is probably the greatest equalizer because there's no treatment for a bullet that's gonna really do much. You know, JFK's, God bless him. I think he might be gone for good. I'm gonna look like my 7th grade self by the time we're done with this fucking quarantine shit. And look, I know these celebrities mean well. I really do. I really do. They're not trying to come across as condescending and self-aggrandizing. They just can't help it. They're rich people. They can't really relate to not knowing if they're going to pay rent next month or whether or not they're going to be able to afford these insanely expensive treatments for this incredibly deadly disease. And I know they can't relate to it because I'm just a medium-sized YouTuber. In 2015, I had like $200 to my name. And after 5 years of modest success on this platform, even I have a tough time really, truly remembering what it was really like for me back in that time when I wasn't doing the best. Honestly, I kind of blocked a lot of it out because it was so bad. It was so bad. Life is looking very, very risky and very, very all or nothing lately. So even I don't know what it's like, especially now. Because when I was struggling making $7.25 an hour working at fucking Sears, I didn't have to worry about a widespread contagious disease killing people left and right, destroying the economy, making it so I can't go to work, and making it so I'm not getting paid. I didn't have to worry about that. So there's no way in hell that Madonna understands. There's no way in hell that Sam Smith we're actually being a little bit too mean to Sam Smith. He's just talking about ghosts. Let it slide. You know what? You're forgiven. You're forgiven. What really got under my skin, though, during this whole, clusterfuck of an event, was when I saw this travesty of a thing. When I saw Gal Gadot, or Gal Gadot, or however you say her fucking name, when I saw Gal Gadot singing John Lennon's Imagine, horrendously, with other celebrities in an effort to inspire hope during this insane outbreak, I genuinely could not believe what I was seeing.
Today,
I've never seen something so literally and figuratively tone deaf in my life. Mark Ruffalo's, though, was particularly terrible.
Brotherhood of man.
Not really important to the video at hand, but, I mean, come on, just don't even contribute at all if that's what you're gonna do. And again, I know that they had good intentions, but it all just seems so smug. You get the sense watching it that they get the sense that they've just done something kind of incredibly important. Now, apparently this... what the fuck is wrong with me? Apparently this John Lennon Imagine video was inspired by a video of a trumpet player in Italy playing John Lennon's Imagine on his balcony to comfort his, quarantined neighbors. And Italy is particularly important in this situation because Italy is probably I don't want to say ground zero, but it's probably the place that's being hit hardest by this epidemic, or pandemic, or whatever the right word is. And honestly, the video is really nice. It's just really heartwarming, it's really wholesome, and it is something that I think we all could use a little bit of right now. But what makes that video so nice is that the guy playing Imagine for everybody isn't recording himself doing it. Somebody else is recording it because they thought it was wholesome and cool and nice and was worthy of a share. The trumpet player is doing it because he genuinely wants to, and also, on top of that, it's kind of pleasant to listen to, actually. Unlike
nothing to kill or die for.
Unlike this. To me, it's the difference between giving money to a homeless person and giving money to a homeless person and recording yourself doing it so you have video evidence of you being a nice, fine, upstanding, moral human being. If Gal Gadot wanted to spread a heartwarming message during this time of immense uncertainty, she could have just shared the heartwarming video. It would be that simple. Nobody wants to see swarms of people living in mansions and castles singing Imagine There's No Possessions. Like, nobody wants to see you look like a bunch of gosh dang silly nannies when you do that shit. Also, side note, I'm 100% an atheist, right? Those views are my own. But still, maybe don't sing like, Imagine There's No Heaven when a hilarious amount of old people are, dropping like flies. I'm not really sure if your Catholic granny is gonna be all too comforted by the thought of an infinite perilous darkness that is, completely inescapable. It's probably the last thing she wants to hear as she's shambling to her hospital bed. If I were to recommend like a replacement song, I'd probably pick like, I don't know, like I Need a Hero from Shrek 2. The best sequel of all time. Objectively. Even more hilarious, though, is the kind of lighthearted way that a lot of news outlets are choosing to cover this outbreak.
Forget this masked singer. These are the masks inspiring songs these days.
Is this really the appropriate time for cheeky wordplay? Who gave Eminem's grandmother a newscasting job? Oh, they're hanging up Christmas lights again. That's kind of wholesome, right? That's kind of nice. It's like bringing some light into this time of immense bleakness. I like that. That's nice and wholesome. That's heartwarming. That's something that I think I could get behind.
So is Christmas in March, Christmas all spring, actually gonna become a thing?
It's been a long time since I've seen cable news, so maybe this is just how it is and how it's always been, and I just forgot. But am I the only one who finds it weird that there's such a high emphasis on, like, Dr. Seuss rhymes and, like, wordplay in some of these? I guess it's normal, but the rhyming, like, really feels a little weird. For 53 years I've put up with this now. I have to spread this disease, but how?
Might be worth it to deck the halls. If the halls are where you imagine, you'll be spending time.
Yeah, you get it? It's like a Christmas pun, because, like, you know, deck the halls are indoors, and we're all probably gonna die alone indoors due to this pandemic, and your cat's gonna probably, like, you know, Oreo scoop your face off your corpse. You know, feel good pandemic reporting. Speaking of songs, I don't know. That's the best segue I have. Sia, pop singer Sia, made a shocking discovery on Twitter when she posted that, hey, turns out you can't spell virus without us. Aww. This is some serious, like, she's broken, he's okay energy. Like, why would you share this? It's not clever at all. Sia, more like, see you later, sayonara, get the hell out of my fucking vicinity, please. I don't know. Celebrities are terrible. I kind of wanted to also use this video as just a random opportunity to take a swipe at the Late Night Jimmies because I hate them. Especially Colbert here because he's obviously had to do his show without an audience since this whole thing has gone underway. And it's just as terrible as you'd imagine.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm your president. How's the show going so far?
It becomes very apparent that a lot of these late night show hosts are pretty much nothing without their laugh tracks and their audience. So, yeah. I'd really like to show a little bit more of it, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get copyright struck into oblivion if I show any more than I've just shown. And, you know, Papa needs some cheddar right now. I gotta buy gas masks and hazmat suits. Anyway, guys, I think that's gonna be it for me today. I just kind of wanted to, you know, take today to offer you guys some lighthearted reprieve from the hellish landscape that we find ourselves stapled to at the moment. And if I can get serious here, I just want to say that I appreciate everybody who is still watching. I appreciate everybody who is, you know, in the audience right now. Right now is a crazy, crazy time. I have family members who are affected by this. I have friends who are affected by this. It's wild. And I know that many of you are probably going through crazy shit right now, and I just want to say that I can't know what you're going through. I'm not really your friend. YouTuber parasocial relationships are a little weird, but I'm thinking about you guys in the best way that I can, putting out the best vibes possible, putting out some well wishes. I don't really know what else any of us can do at this moment, but just be safe, be calm, and we'll get through it. Fuck, I'm crying. I'm actually crying. What the fuck? Oh my god, I'm so gay.